Hi and welcome to visualbasic.net of piano demo app. I already have a piano tutorial on YouTube, but the difference between this is we have some demo music here. But let me show you how this works. If you click on the console note, that's how this console works. And if you select music note, okay, now let's try out the steel drum. There, that's how that works. But supposing we want to take care of this app that we have in here, if we click on this, what will happen is, you see, you hear that? And we can always stop it. Just click on stop. And supposing we decide to want to play another demo that we have in here, just click on. There. And we can stop it as well. So let's try out the next one, London Bridge. There. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into visualbasic.net and I'll show you how to put all of this together using the following lines of music notes. There they are. Those are the music notes I will use. Okay, that's for that. And we have Mary Had a Little Lamb, London Bridge right there. And I think finally we have Old MacDonald right there. Okay, those are the music notes that we're going to be using to create this app. So let's go into Visual Basic right now and we put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. Okay, now guys, let's start a new project. Let's click on Create New Project. Now that this dialog box is ready, I'm going to select Visual Basic, select Windows Forms application. Let's give this a name. I'm just going to call that Piano Demo. Piano Demo Music. Right. Click on Save. Okay, now that the form is ready, I'm going to define the size of this form to as follows. There, that's my form there. Next thing is I need the following radio button. I'm going to need 4 of those. Just hold on to the control, click and drag. That's 1, 2 and 4 there. Then we also need a button. For this button I need the size to be as follows. I'm going to need 11 of those, so that's going to be 81 by, let's say, 337. We need 11 of these. So hold on to the control, press the control down, click and drag. That's 2. We have 4 there. We have 8 and we have 11. Okay, we also need, copy that, we need 7 of those. So let's make this, let's use the following, maybe 175. Yeah, and change the back color of that to something dark. Let's make that black. Right, there we go. Yeah, and get it centered a bit and click and drag. We need 2 here. Okay, so we need 2 more of those. And the thing is, we also need to change the font size to, let's change that to white. Font, come right down here, change the font to white. There we go. And align the font right below there. Okay, the next thing is I need some more buttons here, so let's come in here. I'm gonna need about 6 of those, and the size of that, let's go for 212 by maybe 50. Okay, so put that there, and it's 6 in total there. Okay, so now these ones, select it all, and let's change the font, the arrangement of the font. Let's bring it right down. There we go. And here, let's change that to letter C. Let's come in here and enter C. Let's make it uppercase. Then we have a D here. So what I will do is I'm going to speed up the design of the whole interface, but before that, maybe we should change the back color. Let's come here. Let's change the back color. And this, I need to change that so that I can see it actually. So let's change that to white first. And the back color itself for the whole form, I'm going to make that black. Let's see. Then we'll take it from there. There. So I will now speed up the design of this very interface and get back to you guys. Okay, this is how my interface looks right now. And here, if you're wondering what I have in there, these are just buttons that I kind of like make look like the speakers. Okay, so if you want, you can do one of those. You don't have to really. That's it. It's just ordinary buttons. See that, guys? Undo that. There we go. Alright, if I run it now, you will notice nothing is happening. Alright, these are the buttons. There's nothing happening right now, as you can see. Okay, nothing is happening. So what I'm going to do is, we now need to first of all embed the music notes. So let me show you guys the music note. There they are. I intend to embed this, and in here I also have the steel drum notes. So if I double click on that, there we go, guys. You hear that? That is the steel drum notes. And the other one that I call the music notes, that's it. Nothing is happening. Okay, let's close that. Then the other thing that I'm gonna need is the music notes. Here are the music notes I intend to put together. But one thing first, we need to create the music note for the piano itself before we create the demo, sample demo. The sample demo is what this tutorial is all about, really, because I already have this tutorial on YouTube. Okay, but one thing first, let's come right here, go to project and click on the program's name, and let's go to resources right here. Select resources, and right after selecting the resources, come to string here, drop it down, let's select audio, and let's come to add resource. Click on add resource, click on add existing file. The existing file I intend to add is right on top of my desktop, so let's look for that. It should be music notes M. Let's select an M. There we go. That's it. Select all of these. There. Click on open. And I also need to do the same thing for the steel drum. Go back to add resource, add is existing resource, double click on steel drum, select it all, click on open. Now I have all my music in place. Now the next thing we want to do is to come up here, okay, and double click on the C, let's say right there. And maybe before I start with the C note, let's import the following. Import, let's say system .net .trading. The trading itself is just to add delay on the system itself. So let's correct all this silly grammar error or spelling error. Right, so that is that done. And in here, because I have for console there, that's the console, that's the music note, steel drum. And now let's come in here for the console. I'm going to start with that. Let's say if RB console dot checked, let's say equals true, then this is what I want the console to do. Console, let's correct this, console dot beep. So if I select the console itself, I would like that to beep. Then that's it. So if I run it now and select C, select the console first, then select C, this is what's going to happen. Now this is not going to do anything because I've not selected any of this. Supposing I select the console, you can see that. You hear that? Okay, that's good. Now the next thing is, however, if I select RB music note dot checked equals true, then my system, that is my dot computer dot audio dot play, open a bracket, my dot resources, the resources, that's the location of the music. If I select Solution Explorer, you will see the resource folder. There we go. Now I am calling the resource folder now to get the music that I want. My resource, or my resources dot, that would be C. And what do we want the C to do? I would like it to be to play audio. So play audio, that will be audio play mode, and dot background. Okay, there, that's it, done. However, supposing we select the steel drum, I've just copied and pasted this. So let's say we have RB, that will be steel drum. Let's say ST steel drum. If that was selected, then this is C, the C will be dot, that will be steel drum. There we go, somewhere C, I need a C drum underscore drum. There. So that is for the very first button. So if I run it now, depend on the option selected. If I select this, select note, let's select steel drum. There. So all I just need to do is to copy and change that for the rest component here. So let's come into D, copy that, Control C, and come right here, double click on D, paste that in there, and just change this around to D. That's a D there, another D here, and here let's change this to maybe 300. There. And what I will do now is I'll just show you how that works, then I will have to speed it up. So we select music, we get the D, select console, select still. You hear that, guys? So what we need to do now is just speed it all up. Okay, the notes for all the music is now in place. There we go. So that is it. It's exactly the same thing. So now all we need to then do is, let's come in here and just run it so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Select any of these. Let's change the notes. Okay, there. Now the most important bit is this. Look at this. Okay, we have the demo here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, let's grab the name of that and just disable them all on form load. So let's say double click on the form load, paste that in there, dot enable equals false. So what will then happen is if I enable this, that will enable those ones. Dot enable equals true. Okay, there. So I will repeat the same thing for the rest of these buttons and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, this is what I've done. So on form load, everything becomes disabled. When I click on sample demo, it becomes enabled. There. Okay, click on, you see it's all disabled. If we click on sample demo, then we can use it, but the thing is, supposing we click on all others. So what we're going to do is, let's use an if statement to rectify that. If sample demo dot checked equals true, then we want all of these to happen. However, let's use an else if. Else if sample demo becomes false, every other thing becomes false. So let's get that here. Paste and enter and if right there. Okay, so that should hopefully take care of that. So let's run it and see what's going to happen. Okay, there we go. If we select any of these, nothing is happening as you can see, but if we select the sample demo, there we go. Supposing we select this, there, see, it becomes off again, which is, that's good, that's what I want. Now let's get back into the sample demo. So the first thing I want to do is to take care of this very first one of the sample demo. And just for your information, you see all of these here, they are just supposed to look like my speaker. They don't do anything, it's just part of the design. Now this is what I want. You see this music here, I'm not going to use it all, that's going to take forever. Okay, there. So that is supposed to be one of the music that I'm going to be using. I'm not going to mention the name. That's it right there, you guys can read. You see that? Good. Let's come right down. And now we double click on this. Okay, to write the very first music, what we need to do is, because we're going to need some delay tactics in here. You see here we have private sub. I'm going to use private as seen. There we go. The sub, okay, and there. So now in here, let's use an if statement. But right here, let's come up right here. You see right up here, I've already imported these. We don't need it, but on some of the system you're going to need it. But right underneath here, let me declare the following variable first. I'm going to go for, let's say, dim stop. as boolean there, and in this case let's say it's false there. Or we can even let go of it. Let's take that off and just leave it like that, and let's go back to the trading bit and say dot. Let's go for tax dot tax. Okay, now so what I'm going to do is let's come back right down here and start with the, so the first thing I'll do is let's say if stop itself equals false, then I want my music instrument, which is both in E1 that starts the music I intend to play. But supposing we come back here, let's come back here first and say my dot computer dot audio dot play, and what I want you to play is going to be my dot resources dot E1. That's the music I want you to play, and comma audio play the mode, and I only want you to play it just as background dot background there. Now the button E1 itself here, there's a dot back color, so let's say equals color dot from known color, open a bracket, and let's go for known color itself. The known color in this case is going to be control dark, so maybe I should just type that in myself. It's meant to be control dark, so get rid of that and just enter dark there. That should be color, right? Control. No, let's make it control dark, not dark. Okay, that's that done. So that's the very first part. Then the next thing is btn exit e btn e1 dot for color equals color dot white. Okay, this is more or less like something you would call rollover. That's what I'm trying to achieve here. So let's use a timer, so a delay function, delay await tax dot delay, that will be time span dot from seconds, so I want it to be in seconds. How many seconds? Let's go for 0. It's approximately 80% of a second that I've just entered there. Okay, so let me copy this instead of rewriting the whole thing. Come right down here, paste there, and let's change this to black. So after about 80% of the seconds, change to black, and here you change this one to just ordinary control. There we go. So look at that. That's for letter E1. So if I run it now, let me run it and you guys see what I'm talking about, then we can speed it up. Come right in here. If I click on letter E, nothing will happen because I need to select something. Okay, if I select this there, and if I click on this, look at what's going to happen to letter E. You see that? Click on that again and again. You see that, guys? Now that's for letter E. What about for letter D? I don't know what it's called, but it's D-1. I can just copy all of these, come right down here, paste that, and just change everything around. .d, I think that will be Q1, I think it is this. Okay, so let me speed that up and get back to you guys. And there we go, that is for D_S1. okay, that's what I've called my button, DQ1. Now underneath here we are supposed to say stop equals false. Without stop equals false, we cannot use the button stop. And here, let's just copy that. I'm going to need that in here as well. Double click on that and just paste that right there. There. So here, that should be true, sorry. Okay, that's true. Stop equals true, it's not false. You have to be able. Okay, so what I will do is let's run it and you see what I'm talking about. So I've only been able to do just 2 of those. So if I click on this and click on this, I will only get these 2 to work. You see that? Good. So you see the stop is working. Good. Now if we go back inside the code, those are just the 2 lines of code I've taken care of. So have a good look at it, because I'm going to have to speed that up now. Okay, just to make up all of this music content in here, this very one. Okay, once that is done, I'm going to have to repeat the same thing, exactly the same thing for the rest musical notes here. So have a good look at the musical notes, because you guys will need it. There we go. Alright, so let's go into my code while I speed that up. Okay, let me show you the complete lines of code for the first part of the music demo. That's the first one there. That's for E, that's for DQ1. So let's move it down. That's for E1 again. And we have DQ1 again, which is supposed to be what I have in here. Let me show it to you guys. E, D, Q, E, D, Q, E. Alright, so let's move on. Then we have E1 there. Then we have B. Note B. We have note D1, note C1, and so on. So if you have a music note like that, you can just follow it and just change the music note as you write your codes. That's it. Okay, that's the first line, the second line, and so on. So you just follow it, it's easy. Now let's come in here. The next one is supposed to be, that is supposed to be that, and that's supposed to be Mary had a little lamb. Okay, inside Mary had a little lamb, let's see the music note for Mary had a little lamb. Here we have the music note for Mary had a little lamb there. Okay, that's a short one. And you come in here, there we go, you start from there, take it down, there we go. And that's Mary had a little lamb there. There. Okay, now let me show you the next one here, which is One Love. Right here, guys, that is for One Love. Okay, so but the most important bit is you must get the right music hits for One Love. There we go. Those are the lines of code for One Love right there. And it's just the same thing, the same lines of codes. Alright, now that we've seen One Love, the main thing is knowing the musical notes, like I said. Now let's go to Okay, London Bridge. Double click on London Bridge. There we go, that's London Bridge. And let me show you the musical notes for London Bridge. And right here we have the music note for London Bridge. There we go. Okay, so let's come into the music tune. That is it. And if you are wondering why do we have this, if I dare take this out, because I actually use that to delay the music itself. Supposing I take this off, look at what's going to happen if I delete that. And what will happen is you're beginning to see errors, because that very function is to enable the delay function here. Okay, so I'm going to undo that and get it right back. There we go, you see the errors are gone. So for London Bridge, these are the lines of code, or those are the lines of codes for London Bridge. Well, like I said earlier on, the most important bit is for you to know the notes. Those are the notes. Once you know the notes, you just know the music you're going to enter in there. They are more or less the music itself. There we go. Now let's look at Old MacDonald. Okay, that's for Old MacDonald. The same thing, Old MacDonald. If I delete that, and you're beginning to see errors now. There we go. You see the errors now popping up. Let's undo that. There. And let me show you the Old MacDonald codes from here down here. Those are the music notes for Old MacDonald. So you're gonna need that, so I would advise you to make sure you guys are able to copy all of these. And there, from then we have a little Mary Had a Little Lamb, London Bridge, Old MacDonald, One Love. So if I play my music notes now, but just before I leave, there's something you guys must know. Each of them must have, you must always have stop equals. I think let's close this. We do that again. Stop equals true equals false. Sorry, you must have stop equals false right there. Let's show it to you. There, stop must always be equals false, else you won't be able to stop the program. Now let's play it and you see. There, if you click on anything now, nothing will happen until you select one of these. You hear that? Now, the music demo or sample demo. If you click on the sample demo, and let's say we select let's try the stop. That's the stop. And supposing we select London Bridge. And let's try out this. Okay guys, with that I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial, and that is how you create your own demo, your sample demo, using the various musical or music notes. And I hope you all enjoy it, and you all have a nice day now. Bye for now.